yeah. I we'll get to that, but I'll answer it because you asked now. Do you understand? Um, we go out a lot. You must make sure that you are friends. Make sure that you are friends. Whoever you have married, make sure you are friends. Because there's something about friendship that friends offend each other, but they also settle.
Yeah.
When friends talk to each other, they don't second guess themselves. Friends are very easy to talk to each other. They just say it as it comes. Um, with me and my wife, we are just friends. We are just friends. And it makes it easy to say even whatever I have in my heart, to say it to a friend. Not that you are trying to walk on eggshells and say, oh, will he explode? Will she explode if I tell him this and that, 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 that? No. That friendship thing is very important because over time, what we truly call love today, it will expire. It's not love that keeps marriage. All the ladies here now, you're looking at me. You will find that you wake up one day, you say, why did I marry this man? You will wake up one day and you look at him and say, why did I marry this guy? With all the nonsense that he has done. So it's not love that really keeps marriage. I'm telling you. Major thing that keeps marriage, number one, is a commitment. It's commitment. It's commitment. Friendship. After so many years of being married, love begins to be called another name. It's no longer love, it now becomes commitment. Do you understand what I'm saying? It now becomes what? Commitment. Which means you look at yourselves and you say, I'm committed to this thing. Now, when you are committed, it does not mean that all the circumstances, will be good. But you are committed. Do you understand? You must be committed not to commit adultery now. You have to be committed to your wife. Do you understand? You don't say, because, I traveled to Uganda and I've been there for 3 months and I've not had anybody to sleep with, so that's why I slept with a woman. No. Commitment doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You know that I'm married and it is for life and I'm committed. It is commitment that makes people not to go to the divorce court on the first chance that they have. Commitment. I had a meeting of people like you here many years ago, and I asked them that on what circumstance will you divorce? They are about to get married. Maybe I should have asked you before before telling you the story. Everybody started giving me their red lines. You have not even started. You already have a red line. You will cross it. It's like somebody having a gun. That's why they use it. If you have a gun, somebody said the reason he has not had a gun is because he knows that he will use it one day. Do you understand? And you are telling me, oh, if he does this, that's it. Oh, if you... I say, they say yes. Yeah. Half of them are divorced now. From the beginning, they have drawn the line. But what makes you not to draw any line is committed. It's commitment. I'm committed to this. I'm committed to this. That's why I can have an argument with my wife now, and the next minute I'm asking her, what's for dinner? And she's looking at me like, are you serious? I thought I'm serious now. The fact that we had an argument, so we're not going to eat. Are we fasting? We're not fasting now. The argument is about your way of doing things and his way of doing things. And that's why we are disagreeing. So at the end of the day, we are still wanting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me give you an advice today that will help you. Don't ever insist on your way in this your relationship or the highway. You say, oh, if you don't do this, it's the highway. Don't insist on. Because the moment you bring an idea up and you say we must follow the idea, your idea better work. So if you think you know more than me, it's okay. But that's your idea that you are so passionate and fighting about. It better works. Because if it doesn't work, boom in your face, big boy. Maybe you are fighting now. I'm the man of the house. Boom in your face. We have lost $5,000 of our savings. Because you insisted we must put money there. So be careful how you fight this fight. I don't do those fights. If me and my wife are on an issue and they say this, I say, I hope your way works. Yeah, okay, let's try it. If it doesn't work, I'm singing. Yeah, Lord, answer, so good God. There was a day we went somewhere and we were in the parking lot, in the mall, and we parked. And I was the one that drove. And as I parked, I looked at my surroundings, like we all do, to be sure you remember where you parked. You know, these are malls that have like maybe 7 tiers of parking or whatever. So we finished and we bought quite a few things. So we were carrying those things. And I said, let's go back home. My wife said, oh, we parked near Nostrom's. Nostrom's was in the basement. I know we didn't park near Nostrom's. I know we parked on the 2nd floor. Near whatever, I've forgotten the name of it, you know, something political factory, you know, in the mall. I said, okay, are you sure it's Nostrum? I was so sure that it's not Nostrum. But I followed them. So we're going, we went to Nostrum, we looked at all the, I was carrying the bags. There's a price to pay for this marriage job. So when we looked at everything, I said, can we go and check Boletin? He says not Boletin, how can it be Boletin? But what you said it was, we found out that it's not it. Let's check Boletin now. So boom, we got to Boletin, we parked. Boom, boom, the car, chop, chop. On those days, don't talk. Yes, because you will see fury. On those days, just keep quiet. Just be driving like this. And then she will look at me and say, so what? What's the problem? No problem. We're going on now. There's no problem. I don't have a problem submitting to you on any matter. Because we are one team. If you win an argument and you lose your marriage, what sense does it make? Because I know people always want to be the one that wins. You love it, you just want to be the one that wins. Just be careful you don't lose your marriage. Do you understand? Because there's no plaque for you when you win an argument in this thing called marriage. Nobody receives any plaque. So at the end of the day, and I've tried that many times, and it's always worked. It's always worked. And the same thing with me, if I insist on something, I say, oh, let's do this, and then we do the thing, and the thing doesn't work out. And I said, but I told you. I said, I'm sorry. So I've learned a lot of lessons. I said, what do you think? What do you think? Do you understand? Because you don't see everything at once. Nobody does. It's the same thing pastoring a church like this. You don't. There are some views that you don't see at all. So you need people who can tell you that, oh, Pastor, what do you think about this? Or your wife say, oh, have you thought of this? Because a lot of things women see, they see many things globally. We just see a narrow thing as men, and we just want to hold on to that narrow that narrow path. Do you understand? So let's learn to walk with each other. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
You know, part of the challenge, honestly, is me and my wife, we never sat down to talk about cheating. It's because a lot of people are not Christians. Why should I be talking about stealing with you when I know you're a believer? Why? We never sat down for one day, ask her about cheating. Where did it come from? But in your generation today, many come to church and you're not born again. Oh. And I mean, you are not converted. That's why you still see some boys, dating 2 or 3 girls in the same church at the same time. That's not Christianity. Oh. That's not Christianity. You are a cowboy. Period. And this is what is messing up marriages today. Do you understand? So there was no reason for me and her to draw a line on adultery. How about beating me up? Or I tell people a lot of the challenges people are having today in marriages, you saw it when you were dating. But at times, because you've invested so much, at times because you are desperate and you want to get married, then you move into it and you move forward. But you saw the thing, though. And majority of those things don't go away. When you marry, those things expand like this. Just like the weight of people begin to expand when they get married. Watch them now. When I first got married, I knew my weight. Before I knew it, I was like this. Because of the kind of food I was eating, and all that. All of a sudden, until I said, don't kill yourself, this boy, because of this marriage. It's not every food they give you that you must eat. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then you now start working on it and all that. Do you understand? Because things change. Things change. For the woman, all you need to do is to have a baby. You will not believe your body when you see it. Everything changes. And you have to work on it. So if the reason why I married you is because of the body, when the body changes, what happens after 2 children? What happens when the body changes? What happens when the breast is not where it used to be? Let's talk about it. What happens in the course of the pregnancy and the woman is so swollen up all over the place? What happens? So you see her and you are annoyed that this is not the woman I married. That's the woman you married. Things change. Things are not going to be the same forever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why those outward things should not be the motivation in getting married. It is the person behind this flesh that you are getting married to, the heart. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.